Well, hi, and welcome again to Minnesota Camper. I am John, and I'm from Hilltop Camper and RV. Big week this week. We've got the St. Paul RV Super Show going on at the St. Paul River Center Thursday through Sunday, and that's going to be an opportunity for you to check out what the latest is, maybe get some good deals at that Super Show from a bunch of different dealers around the Twin Cities, including Pleasureland. AC Nelson's going to be there, Niemeyer, Minneapolis Trailer Sales, Marquardt, and of course, Hilltop Camper and RV. So today we wanted to show you one of the RVs that we'll be featuring. It's one that certainly will get a lot of attention. It gets a lot of attention anytime we bring it out anywhere, and it's got a lot of big fans. It is the 2025 Sol Dusk. And to talk about it, I'm going to bring in superstar sales guy from our friendly store at Hilltop. This is Eddie. Many of you know him as a guy who's been around a long time at Hilltop Camper and RV, and his dad was in sales here too. Hi, Eddie. How you doing, bud?
Hey, John, how are you?
I'm doing good, and a lot of people watching this are going to go, "Oh, that's Eddie. I know Eddie." You've got a lot of fans out there, Eddie, and it comes from your long background here at Hilltop. Talk a little bit about all the different jobs that you've had at Hilltop.
Yeah. So I started doing the demonstrations. I did that for a little bit. Then I was a service writer for about 8 years. And the last 12 years I've been in sales. So coming up on 20 years with Hilltop here in March.
And I always would tell my customers, I say, ask me anything you want, and then I'll go ask Eddie because he has all the answers because he's done all those different jobs. Well, we'll talk about, in that long time that you've spent at Hilltop, very few products like the Intech product, and in particular the Sol product. And today we're talking about the Sol Dusk, which is the biggest of their Sol products. And just kind of, what have you seen in the 3 or so years that we've carried the Intech products, in particular the Sols?
So we really like them. They're a very well-built trailer. They've got some cool things to them, like the big front windshield, which we'll probably see some pictures of it at some point here. Very well constructed. You see it's got all one-piece kind of aluminum cage that's welded together. Really everything in an Intech is all aluminum. So you've got aluminum frame, you've got aluminum welded cage. Like I said, just very well built. The nice thing about them is they don't mass produce these. So they put a lot of detail into them. And the folks that build them have stake in the company because it's a profit shared company. So they really put their time and efforts into making them as good as possible. I can't say flawless because it's a home going down the road, but going through our PDI on them, they're very, very, very good.
Yeah, and I think that one thing people have seen too with them, they resell well and they resell really fast. One of the reasons why it's hard for us to get them in used. You're taking a look at it right now. This is the one that we are bringing to the show. And the thing I like about it, Eddie, is you've got the kitchen and the storage space.
Correct. So yeah, this model has got basically, or the one that we have in stock here has got every option basically except the solar package on it. But this is a twin bed version, which is nice because it's versatile. You can have either 2 twin beds in back, or you can turn it into one large king bed, which you see right there.
Yeah, so those pull across, and you'll see here too, there's a little bit of storage, and they kind of think of everything too. It's really got that look too. I've heard the term the Jetsons with this thing.
Yeah, it feels kind of futuristic. It gives it kind of a yacht feeling on the inside. And again, you can feel the quality in it as you walk in there. Right there is your wet bath, which is actually very spacious for a wet bath. If you've been on one in a Class B and you've been in one in these Intechs, night and day different.
Yeah, we'll talk about some of the differences too. One of the things that it's been compared to a lot is the Airstream, right? A good product, a quality product. We get a lot of people coming in asking, for the Airstream, or they know about the reputation of the Airstream. How would you say this compares?
Very, very close. Airstream makes a great product. One thing I do like about the Intech better than the Airstream is the exterior of it being fiberglass. And with that said, and the all aluminum frame, all that is it's top notch. So you're getting, a very top notch trailer for, I'd say, a fraction of the price of an Airstream.
And a little bit brighter too than the
Exactly.
Airstream. I feel like having those interior colors too. And you mentioned the profit sharing that they do. One thing that I've always kind of noticed about these Intechs, and this was pointed out to me at the factory end, was they said, take a look at any of the caulking inside the Intech, and you will find just the precision it is done with. And I I must tell you, I've used many, many examples and pointed to any. If you do, literally, I've never had one time where I pointed to one use of the caulking, and it's been anything but perfect.
Sure. In again, when they go through our PDI, that's our pre-delivery inspection. The technicians, they just don't have many things that they have to address.
And do you find too that those that are actually getting something different and moving on from their Intech, are you finding that they're going to other Intechs as well?
Generally, yes. Yes. What happens is usually they've started at a certain size and then they've gone up to something bigger. Maybe their vehicles had changed or the tow vehicle, or maybe the families changed where they want a little more space, what have you. It's generally when we get them in on trade, it's because they're going to something different in the Intech line.
You've done a lot of shows. We're getting ready for that St. Paul show. This is the second year in a row Hilltop's participated in the St. Paul show. What have you seen from this show? What are people, be able to look forward to with this show?
I'm excited about this show. It's the first show of the year. It's a nice space that we've got there. We're going to have a huge parts display there. There's going to be different vendors there. It's just kind of a different show than we've done in the past. So it's free admission on top of that.
And what advice would you have for folks when they're coming to one of these shows? If they're really in the market, I mean, it's certainly a way to stay warm inside, look at some cool RVs and stuff. But if you're really in the market, what do you need to know coming to one of these shows?
Well, know that this is a show that we have our best foot forward here. We've got good rates on financing. We've got good terms there. We've got great sale prices. And we're just going to have a nice display of things there with some manufacturer reps there as well.
If you've got a trade-in, what should you come to the show prepared with about that trade-in?
If you come, looking for a trade value, if you can have pictures, that's great. Just knowing the actual model and year and those kind of things is the biggest thing. Just so we're getting you the best money that we can for you, and just getting that correct for you.
Cool, Ed. Well, thank you very much. We'll see you at the show.
Yeah, have a good one. Thanks, John.
All right, that is Eddie from our Hilltop Fridley store talking about the big St. Paul RV Super Show coming up Thursday through Sunday, St. Paul River Center. You'll want to be there. It should be very, very exciting. It's always good to get inside, check out the latest stuff. And, of course, you can always check us out. We would hope that you like and subscribe here on our YouTube page. And if you're watching on Facebook, go over to our YouTube page, subscribe. Minnesota Camper is a new venture for us, trying to get out there, get more information to you about some of these campers and camping in general. If you have ideas that we can cover for Minnesota camping, this whole thing's about Minnesota camping for Minnesota campers. That doesn't just mean the campers themselves. That could mean campfires. That could mean places to go. That could mean maintaining your camper, different parts to get. We're really glad you're joining us here on Minnesota Camper with Hilltop Camper and RV. Thanks for watching Minnesota Camper. We hope you like and subscribe to our YouTube page. We want to be a resource for you for everything to do with Minnesota camping. Yes, we want to help you figure out how to buy an RV, what the best process is to go through with that. We'll even tell you some of the downfalls, some of the things you got to watch out for. But at the same time, we want to talk about other things too. We want to talk about maybe the cool campsites to check out, or what's going on in the resort towns that you might be going to on the holiday weekend, or games to play at the campsite, or food to cook at the campsite, or how to maintain your RV. All these kinds of ideas. We want to be a good resource for you. So we hope you like and subscribe. We hope that you give us your input. We thank you for watching Minnesota Camper from Hilltop Camper and RV.